be it steel, right? So, when I talk about new materials, what are the new materials that we see in the market today, or maybe India has yet to explore and India has yet to see these materials? Silicon, I'm sure all of you have seen in your households also. It's being used as a lot in the jewelry. Resin is one material which is being used like it's being used to preserve dried flowers, and then the entire thing is being used as jewelry. Mycelium, like I said earlier, carbon fiber and recycled plastic. So it will be interesting for you all to understand and know that mycelium is nothing but dead fungus. So because it takes such beautiful forms, there are a lot of artists, there are a lot of jewelry designers who are using mycelium as jewelry. They are using it to and combining it with different beads and using that as part of their accessory. So this is a very different, very new material. I mean, if you come to think of it, it looks a little weird that why would anybody use fungus, a dead piece of fungus, as a piece of jewelry? But come come to look at it, like it is something which has a very very beautiful form and something which is very attractive and attractive to a large mass of audience. My next slide, it talks about the traditional jewelry. Right. So traditional jewelry, when we talk about traditional jewelry, we talk about gold, we talk about diamonds, we talk about, say, platinum, rhodium. All these have been traditional materials that have been used for jewelry making earlier. But now things are changing, and they are changing in a very big manner. And these precious components, when I say diamonds, they are being combined with either plastic, like you see in the slide here, or they are being combined with wood to create a unique piece. And also, at the same time, it lowers the price point. But then there is another aspect to jewelry where you see people wearing. I mean, the lady on the right hand side of the slide is seen wearing a beautiful green ear ornament, which is embroidered. So something that appeals to you. So it is no longer a defined definition that jewelry has to be made up of fine or precious material. It can be anything, something that you love to do, something that you love to wear, something that you feel is like a part of yourself, and it can be an extension of your identity. So hence a lot of unconventional materials. Also, I would like to tell you that what is happening now is that a lot of jewelry houses beyond India, international jewelry houses have started using non-traditional materials. When you look at this slide, uh, this is made out of the rings that you see here are made out of ceramic, and it has been kind of sprayed with microplastics or precious metals or very micro particles of natural stones and other things, so that it creates this beautiful neon effect. Besides, this has been used recently by Boucheron. It's a very big international company, international jewelry selling brand, and there are various other brands who are foraying into these kind of materials to make their pieces attractive and to also to make their price points a little lower. Now, what is also on the other hand, what is happening is there are hybrid materials. Traditional materials like gold and diamonds are being combined with optical glasses, polymers, and also technical ceramics to create a beautiful and a very, very different innovative piece. What you see on the right hand side of the slide is an example of innovative metallic coatings. A lot is happening here in this space. Also, I would just like to add here, although it is not in my slide, there a lot of new alloys are being used to change the color of the metal. So copper is being used extensively. There are some certain materials, certain metals like titanium that have a very beautiful halo of colors once they are heated to a certain degree. सिमिलरली जैसे टाइटेनियम है, टाइटेनियम के अलावा और एक मटेरियल जैसे कॉपर है, अगर हम कॉपर को एनोडाइज करते हैं तो उसके ऊपर भी बहुत सुंदर प्ले ऑफ कलर आता है। अब आप देखो तो ये मटेरियल तो सस्ता है, मटेरियल इज नॉट एक्सपेंसिव, नीदर टाइटेनियम इज वेरी एक्सपेंसिव नॉर इज कॉपर एक्सपेंसिव, बट द वे हम उसको ट्रीट कर देते हैं, उसको अच्छे से हीट करके उसके अंदर कलर प्ले ले आते हैं, सो देन इट बिकम्स अ यूनिक पीस. So, as designers, all of you must think on those lines. What are the things that we can do? How can we make a cheap material look luxury? So, a lot of things are being done in copper. A lot of play of color is being done in copper. Sometimes sulfuric acid or even sulfur gases are used to um, very beautifully create a blue coating on copper. तो आपका आपको एज डिजाइनर्स अगर आप डिजाइन करना चाहोगे तो आपको सिर्फ एज डिजाइनर्स ये नहीं है कि मुझे सिर्फ डिजाइन करना है, आपको ये भी सोचना है कि मैं कौन सा नया मटेरियल ऐसा देख सकता हूँ या देख सकती हूँ जो कि अभी मार्केट में नहीं है. तो क्या होता है ना कि जब आप एक नया मटेरियल देखते हो तो उसकी एक्सेप्टेंस बहुत जल्दी होती है. इट मे बिकम अ फैड, होगा जल्दी से होगा और फिर जल्दी से फेड आउट हो जाएगा, बट एट टाइम्स समटाइम्स व्हाट हैपेंस इज कि वही मटेरियल इट स्टेज. लाइक आई वाज टेलिंग यू अबाउट दिस कंपनी बाय द नेम ऑफ कार्बन, जिन्होंने स्टेनलेस स्टील के साथ और गोल्ड के साथ काम किया था. वो कंपनी वाइप आउट हो गई. पर अब आप देखो, ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज पीपल हैव स्टार्टेड यूजिंग स्टेनलेस स्टील. आपको मालूम है आपके जो चश्मे बनते हैं, जो हम नेचुरली मेटल के जो चश्मे पहनते हैं, मोस्ट ऑफ आई एम श्योर द किड्स आर वेयरिंग ग्लासेस, बट यू मस्ट बी वंडरिंग कि क्या हो रहा है अगर मैं एक मेटल का चश्मा पहन रही हूँ तो ये मेरा चश्मा हैवी क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. So this is because they are using a very non-traditional material like titanium to make. Titanium is a very very light material. तो उसके साथ चश्मे के फ्रेम्स बन रहे हैं, तो वो बहुत इजीली मैन्योवर हो पा रहा है, उसको आप पहन पा रहे हैं. तो इस तरह से नए मटेरियल्स बहुत सारे मार्केट में आ रहे हैं. एंड एज डिजाइनर्स जब आप फील्ड में आएंगे तो आपका भी एक जिम्मेदारी बनती है कि आप नए मटेरियल्स के ऊपर खोज करें. यू मस्ट रिसर्च ऑन व्हाट इज हैपनिंग वर्ल्ड is now like it's on your fingertips. I mean, sitting here, you can understand what is happening in Italy. And there was a point of time when Germany was considered a place where engineered jewelry was seen. So by engineered jewelry, I mean something that you could play with, it would move, it had movement, it was dynamic. और अभी धीरे धीरे उसी से जर्मनी से ही पीपल हैव टेकन दैट ट्रेंड एंड दे हैव स्टार्टेड यूजिंग इट एल्सवेयर. I hope I'm not being boring. I hope all the everybody's enjoying my presentation.
Please give a reply. I hope you all are listening. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my next slide talks about unconventional materials. आप यहाँ पे देखोगे ना, ये आपको ये व्हाइट सा मटेरियल आप समझ नहीं पा रहे होगे ये क्या चीज है. व्हाट डू यू थिंक इट इज? कैन आई हैव एनी somebody to answer this?
Can you write here in the chat box, please?
या
What
प्लीज
this
जस्ट
material
लेट
look
मी नो
like?
व्हाट इज हैपनिंग हियर. ये सफेद सा बैंगल क्या चीज है, आपको क्या लगता है क्या है?
Ma'am, I've got two reply. One talks about bamboo. The other talks about elephant tooth.
Yes, the other one is absolutely right. So what is happening is ivory की बात कर रहे हैं वो, है ना? तो ivory was
Correct.
one material that was being used very very extensively in India. हमारे पुराने ज्वेलरी में बहुत यूज होता था. अभी वो हाथी दान तो बैन हो गया ना. अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं, there is a simulant to ivory which is known as camel bone. ये जो कैमल होते हैं, इनकी जब इनकी डेथ हो जाती है तो इनकी बोन्स को यूज करते हैं. सो ये जो व्हाइट मटेरियल आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे लिखा नहीं हुआ पर ये कैमल बोन है. और कैमल बोन बहुत एक्सटेंसिवली यूज होती है ऐसी ज्वेलरी में. अब कैमल बोन के ऊपर देखो उन्होंने क्या लगाया हुआ है, उन्होंने डायमंड्स लगाए हुए हैं, उन्होंने लेदर की स्ट्रिप्स को ज्वाइन करके अच्छे से उसका एक स्ट्रक्चर खड़ा करा हुआ है. तो एक तरफ तो ये है, दूसरी तरफ अगर आप देखोगे तो रबर है, सिलिकॉन है, एक्रेलिक है, कितने डिफरेंट डिफरेंट नए नए मटेरियल्स है. बट आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट गाइस मस्ट बी वंडरिंग कि भाई ये बैम्बू भी है. ऑफ कोर्स बैम्बू इज अ वेरी यूनिक ज्वेलरी मटेरियल. पता नहीं आप जानते हैं कि नहीं, एक बर्मा में जो बैम्बू के बैंगल्स हैं, दे आर कंसिडर्ड वेरी स्पिरिचुअल। मतलब कि अगर आप उनको, जैसे हमारे यहाँ हम बहुत सारे हमारे कल्चर में, जैसे बंगाली कल्चर में रेड एंड व्हाइट बैंगल्स, शाकापोला बोलते हैं, हम वो बैंगल्स पहनते हैं। उसी तरह से वहां पे बैम्बू की स्ट्रिप्स को लेके बैंगल में कन्वर्ट करके तो उसको यूज करते हैं। तो बहुत हमारा कल्चर भी यहाँ पे, हम अगर वी गो बैक टू आवर कल्चर, वी गो बैक टू आवर हिस्ट्री, वी विल सी सो मेनी एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ ब्यूटिफुल पीसेस ऑफ ज्वेलरी विच आर डन बाय नथिंग बट आइदर ग्लास, छोटे छोटे ग्लास बीड्स। अगर आप हमारे ट्राइब्स को देख लो तो वो कितने सुंदर फेदर से ही ज्वेलरी क्रिएट कर लेते हैं, अगर आप ट्राइबल ज्वेलरी देखो तो। अब क्या हो रहा है कि ये चीजें, क्योंकि ये बहुत अट्रैक्ट करती हैं, दे वेरी अट्रैक्टिव। इनिशियली हम लोग बड़ा हेजिटेट करते थे कि अरे भाई ऐसी ज्वेलरी पहनेंगे तो लोग क्या सोचेंगे। अब व्हाट इज हैपनिंग नाउ इज somebody who's getting attracted to plastic is wearing plastic. There is no harm in wearing plastic. So that mindset, that mentality has changed, and so everybody is looking at these new materials as, something which of course definitely can be used. तो अब ज्वेलरी को हम प्रेशियसनेस से तो डिफाइन नहीं कर सकते। वी हैव टू प्रैक्टिस कंटेम्प्रेरी प्रैक्टिस, इंटेग्रेट साइंस, सस्टेनेबिलिटी, स्टोरी टेलिंग थ्रू मटेरियल सेशन, and what are materials, how are they positioned as? They are positioned as concept carriers. There's a concept in your mind and then you think, array, acha, if I do this, which material is suitable for taking my concept forward and making it into a beautiful piece of jewelry? What are the innovation drivers? What are the market differentiators? So, what is the market looking at? What are the new things in the market? I mean, you definitely as designers, जब आप design करने लगोगे तो आप ऐसा कुछ भी material नहीं उठाओगे which is done to death. Maybe, once in a while a client walks in एंड यू से ठीक है चलो हम इसमें काम कर लेते हैं। पर आपके पास इतनी नॉलेज होनी चाहिए उस वक्त कि भाई अच्छा ये भी मटेरियल अवेलेबल है, इसको इस तरह से मोल्ड। तो जब आप डिजाइन कोर्सेज में आएंगे अपने, तो एक आपका मटेरियल स्टडी करके कोर्स होता है जिसके अंदर आपको बताया जाएगा कि हर ये मटेरियल किस तरह से रिस्पॉन्ड करेगा। तो दैट इज वेरी एसेंशियल फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड। अच्छा अगर हम पेपर के साथ काम करते हैं तो पेपर कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करता है। पेपर टीयर हो जाएगा, इट विल नॉट हैव दैट लॉन्जेविटी। फिर या हम प्लास्टिक के साथ काम करते हैं तो कितना सस्टेनेबल है, या हम किसी और मटेरियल के साथ, टाइटेनियम के साथ काम कर सकते हैं। तो पर टाइटेनियम के साथ हम जब काम करेंगे तो क्या होगा कि टाइटेनियम आपको नॉर्मल जो एक लैब में फर्नेस होता है उसके अंदर गला नहीं पाओगे आप, उसका मेल्टिंग पॉइंट बहुत हाई होता है। So for that you will require electric furnaces. So all this will become a part of your curriculum and will be taught to you in your initial foundation stages. Now what makes jewelry valuable? हाँ जी, क्या बोलते हो बच्चों? क्या लगता है कि ज्वेलरी वैल्यूएबल किससे होती है? उसकी मटेरियल वैल्यू से होती है? Any answers? Anybody would like to respond to this?
One of them has written material and the brand creator.
Oh, yes, brand, brand has a major value, definitely, and material. Now, again, that is because of our mindset. When we talk about material, we think it is either gold, silver, platinum, or some other material which has certain value attached to it. ये पहले हम लोग सोचते थे। अब हम क्या सोचते हैं? लग्जरी क्या है, मीनिंग है, इनोवेशन है, और हमारी एक्सटेंडेड आइडेंटिटी है, something that we relate to, something that we would love to wear, right? And what makes jewelry wearable? Is it gold? Is it craftsmanship? Is it design? Or is it story? So this is a debate that we can maybe take on later in the next session. But a lot of people would say it is the design. Somebody would say नहीं, वो एक story बताना चाहिए हर piece को. So and so forth. अच्छा, अब हम आते हैं स्मार्ट एंड टेक मटेरियल्स पे। कौन कितने लोग स्मार्ट वॉचेस पहनते हैं क्लास में?
Can we get a hands up, please, in terms of smartwatches? How many?
स्मार्ट वॉचेस या स्मार्ट रिंग्स?
Smart rings, smartwatches. You can give a thumbs up.
जस्ट लेट मी नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू वेयर ऑल ऑफ दैट।
I think most of them will do it.
Most of them wear it. Now I'll tell you one thing. Have you ever seen of a embellished smartwatch or a embellished ring? किसी ने देखा है? Embellished ring देखी है? Embellished smartwatch देखा है? So what is happening is कि smartwatches, like we talk about Apple Watch or we talk about Fitbit, that has a certain material, and sometimes just looking at it, it starts looking ugly. So what have people started doing? Designers like all of you, Rasika, what have they started doing is they have started embellishing them. तो क्या करते हैं? जैकेट्स बना लेते हैं, ठीक है ना? स्मार्ट वॉच का जो डायल है, जहां पे आप टाइम देखते हो या अपना वो स्टेप्स देखते हो या वो सब कुछ देखते हो, उसके अंदर उसके आसपास एक जैकेट लगा देते हैं जिसके अंदर डायमंड्स होते हैं, जस्ट टू मेक इट मोर ब्यूटीफुल। या फिर आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हर्ड ऑफ दिस, पर आजकल वॉच चार्म्स भी बहुत आ गए हैं, जैसे आपके बैग चार्म्स होते हैं या कोई भी चार्म्स, आप ब्रेसलेट चार्म्स वगैरह पहनते हो। सो मे बी समबडी ऑफ यू लाइक्स डॉल्फिन अ लॉट, तो वो बाजार से जाके एक डॉल्फिन का वॉच चार्म खरीद लेता है। और मे बी यू हैव अफिनिटी फॉर climate change or something like that. So maybe you look for something green and you want to wear it as a watch charm on your watch. तो इस तरह से आप क्या कर रहे हैं? आप अपनी आइडेंटिटी को एक्सटेंड कर रहे हैं थ्रू दैट पर्टिकुलर पीस। अब ये जो आप पिक्चर देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे, दिस इज द पिक्चर ऑफ अ गैबिट, दैट्स अ स्मार्ट रिंग नाउ. So people are just tired of smart watches. They don't no longer want to wear that huge watch on their wrist. So they are looking at smart rings. अब ये स्मार्ट रिंग एज इट इज देखो तो दे आर वेरी बेसिक, कॉन्सेप्ट. इट कम्स इन लॉट ऑफ कलर्स. इट कम्स इन रोज गोल्ड, येलो गोल्ड, this blue color, white color. It has a ceramic plating on it. But again, does it? To some people, this doesn't look nice. So again, what did the designers do? They started embellishing these smart materials, this as a smart tech. On the other side of the slide that you see is a earring, which becomes a earphone. तो ये जितने भी हमारे स्मार्ट डिवाइसेस हैं या टेक मटेरियल्स हैं, ये टेक डिवाइसेस हैं, ये भी दिस इज द फ्यूचर ऑफ द ज्वेलरी इंडस्ट्री. This is what is going to happen. Young girls like you would rather wear um, watch which is jeweled than a huge bangle or something, you know. So this is how times are evolving. This is how things are changing. ओके, दिस इज अनदर स्लाइड विच सेज, अच्छा मैं अभी आपको स्मार्ट रिंग्स के बारे में बता रही थी ना, ये जो नीचे आप व्हाइट एक रिंग देख रहे हो, ये गैबिट का कवर है। ये जो मैं आपको जैकेट्स के बारे में बता रही थी कि रिंग्स के ऊपर आजकल क्या बन रहा है, जैकेट बन रहा है। तो वो रिंग हिडन हो जाती है, वो अपना पर्पस तो पूरा कर रही है। इट्स नॉट दैट यू आर स्पॉइलिंग द पर्पस ऑफ द रिंग्स। रिंग तो अपना पर्पस पूरा कर रही है, वो आपको पूरा जो भी आपका फिटनेस लेवल है वो आपको बता रही है, बट इट्स नॉट लुकिंग अगली एट द सेम टाइम, it is embellished with diamonds. On the left hand side of the slide, if you see, this is a new kind of jewelry. ये क्या क्रिस्टल से बना होता है, छोटा छोटा क्रिस्टल, लिक्विड क्रिस्टल्स वगैरह होते हैं। उसमें क्या होता है कि आपका मूड के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि वो कलर कैसे चेंज करेगा। So maybe you are angry and it changes to blue. You are happy, it changes to green. You are calm, it changes to clear, absolutely white, no color in it. तो इस तरह की ज्वेलरी अब मार्केट में आने लगी है. What I'm trying to tell you people is कि just look beyond. अब आप वो मटेरियल्स छोड़ दो, अब आप ज्वेलरी के बारे में सोचना छोड़ दो कि ज्वेलरी जो है गोल्ड डायमंड सिल्वर की है, और ज्वेलरी जो है वो सिर्फ एक बॉडी का अट्रैक्टिव चीज है जो हमारी कॉस्ट्यूम को एनहांस करती है। नो, ज्वेलरी इज गोइंग मच मोर, इट्स डूइंग मच मोर देन दैट. इट हैज बिकम टेक्निकल, इट हैज बिकम स्मार्ट, इट हैज बिकम टेक फ्रेंडली. तो वो जूल चीजें हो गई, वो देखने में सुंदर भी लगती हैं, और ये आई मीन दीज बिकम्स और दीज आल्सो बिकम कन्वर्सेशन पीसेस कि अच्छा अरे भाई कलर चेंज हो गया, तुम्हारा मूड ठीक नहीं है, इट्स लाइक दैट. Now, okay, this is another example. अभी मैं आपको गैबिट के बारे में बता रही थी ना, स्मार्ट रिंग के बारे में। लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे देखोगे ना, वेयर आई एम पॉइंटिंग माय कर्सर, सो ये एक इसका जैकेट है। ये जो मेटल का पीस देख रहे हो आप, ये अलग से एक
Ma'am,
रिंग है.
I'm sorry if we can have communication in English because there are some who won't
All
understand.
right, sure, definitely, absolutely. So what is happening here is that if you look on the left hand side of the slide, This is Gabit. I was talking about the smart ring, like a smart watch, and this it has on its side a metal encasement or a separate metal ring which has an initial on it. So now this becomes a personalized Gabit ring for you. So maybe a person with the alphabet V is wants to wear a ring which has his initial on it. Similarly, on the right hand side of the slide, if you see, there's a jacket. Can you? I'm sure all of you can see this. So the person is holding the gabbit on one in one hand, and the cover of the gabbit or the jacket of the gabbit in the other hand. So when he wears it, it doesn't look obnoxious. It doesn't look like a smart ring. It looks like a jewel ring. So nobody would know that he's wearing a smart ring in the process, right? Okay. Now, here are some examples of what people are doing, what jewelry designers are doing. There's this designer who is working, like I was telling you earlier in the earlier slides, I was talking about bamboo. So, if you look at this slide, there are people who are working with bamboo and gold. So, these bangles are made of bamboo and they are embellished with small gold granules, and then they are polished in different colors. You can see the color difference. There's one which is deeper and there's one which is lighter. So that's a personal choice. Maybe somebody wants a deeper color and maybe you would want to stack it. I'm sure all of you know what is happening these days. There's a lot of emphasis on stacking. So there's this new term that has come into the industry which says stacked jewelry, stacked bracelets, stacked rings. That means that you're wearing one thing on top of the other. So maybe, I mean, it doesn't have to be the same design, but, or maybe even the same material. You can stack a bamboo bangle with a precious gold bracelet and so and so forth. I mean, there are a lot of permutations and combinations that you can do. Here, I'm just trying to tell you that there is a designer who's already doing this. I'm just giving you an example how things are moving, how innovative materials are coming into fore, right? This is the work of the same designer. You see, she has done a small metal ring inside the bamboo cover, and she's made a small V on the bamboo bracelet. Here she has used bamboo as a base on the shoulder of the ring, and the shank is made out of gold. The rest of it, just look at it, how the play of color, how the difference in texture is creating such a beautiful, vibrant piece. And people love to wear something which is authentic, something which is different, something which is made out of new material. She's already selling this. I can, if you are interested, I can let you know the name of the person. You can visit her website and see. She's Anna Cecilia. You can see her work. Okay, and then the last bit of my presentation. What is important, material or emotion? Can I get some answers to this? What do you think? What do you think matters most? How you feel, or
One
what do you want your
material.
jewelry to say?
Someone has written emotion. I've got three for
Absolutely.
material, emotion, but then again, material, emotion.
Yeah. So this can be another part of the debate. Maybe and then we can do it in the next webinar that we have. But majorly, if you look at, we are very emotional people. Indians are very, very emotional people. And something that our mother gave us when we were 16, maybe it was a small band of silver or a small wire of gold, which we used as our earrings. We keep it to us. So what does that indicate? It indicates that we attach ourselves to a piece of jewelry due to the emotion that it brings in us, right? Now, if you look at these two slides, so here, one of the slide is a very personal. On the right hand side, you will see a very personalized pendant which talks about maybe I am such and such, or somebody has gifted it to you, and every time you wear it, you're reminded of that person, and you're reminded of your own self. Maybe it is an extension of your own behavioral attributes. On the left hand side, India being a very big um, country which researches a lot in gemstones, and we believe a lot in gemstones. I'm sure all of you know that every gemstone has a planet which is attributed to that particular gemstone. So when I talk about yellow sapphire, I can say, okay, it is connected with Jupiter. When I talk about ruby, I can say, okay, it is connected with sun. So a lot of things are happening here in terms of new evidences regarding this. And now gemstones are no longer the mined ones. They are also created in the labs, and they are known as lab created gemstones. But they have the similar attributes. I'll give you a very interesting example. So there was a research done by a scientist. So he compared the rock structure available on Jupiter with the crystal structure or the composition of yellow sapphire, and he found that the composition of that rock was same to the composition of yellow sapphire. So, can you even imagine how our astrologers ages back, without even any evidence, without even going to Jupiter, knew that Jupiter was attributed to yellow sapphire. So, in India, of course, jewelry carries a lot of meaning, and when we talk about gemstones, it does carry a lot of meaning uh, with it. So again, these are a few examples that I would like you to see. So there's a person who's by the name of Stephanie Wenk, and she designs jewelry which is more botanical. By botanical, I mean which has floral motifs on it. You can look at the earrings that she's wearing. These are the earrings when you see them in detail. So she's taken inspiration from the botanics, and she's used them in jewelry. But I don't know how many of you have noticed this. The base of the botanical pieces is not, the jewelry is not precious. It is made up of deep ebony wood. And then the second layer is a little bit of gold and embellished with gemstones, and creating the botanical form is being used as earrings here. Right? Okay, this is my last slide. There's another designer who's working with porcelain, but she's also loving to do botanicals. And these are some of her pieces. So if you want to know who the designer is, I can share my presentation with you. It has a mention of all the designers that have showcased here. That's about all. That's my last slide. It says sustainability isn't all or nothing. It is a direction, not a destination. So thank you for being so patient with me. Thank you,
Thank you.
Shikha.
Thank
So
you.
can
Thank
we open the house to questions now?
Yes, yes. My first question, we talked about materials and all. Now, for the jewelry designer, how important is those years in identifying the materials? Because we see the kind of country we are in. We have this thing in our mind that jewelry means gold, and we see jewelers with silver, gold, and diamond, which is playing the major role. But those who are coming into different domain, what you just showcased out here, what are the opportunities for them in the market like India? How do you see those
Yeah.
students carving their way out?
Yeah, so I'll just give you a quick example of what happened, what was happening earlier in our. So jewelry, the gold that was given to the girls on their wedding was a kind of it was an investment from the parents' side, because the girls were not working, they were not moving out of the house, they had no income. Over a period of time, I'm sure now about 80% of the women in India have started moving out of the houses. They can earn their own money. So when they've started earning their own money, they don't have to rely on something like gold as a kind of a investment or something to fall back upon if something wrong happens. So that is how the new materials have forayed into the jewelry segment, especially in India. Earlier, of course, we were already, and then if you look at gold, the way it is going, and it is soaring to new highs, and it is the kind of value it has now. People are not very interested in gold, because they want to, and then they want to wear. Nobody wants to fill their lockers with gold, Shikha. They want to wear something which is, something which is pleasing to the eye, and they can just take it out and wear it with no fear of it getting lost, right? Also, like I told you in my earlier slides, that now even 9 carat gold has been mandated by the government of India. So it's not that yeah, we are looking at 22 carat gold, or we are looking at 18 carat gold. We are also looking at 9 carat gold. So material is important nowadays, but it is very important for the student to know how the material will respond, right? If I try to fold, or if I try to curve a piece of steel versus I am trying to curve a piece of copper,
True.
which is the material that is going to be easily fold formed. इसको हम fold forming कहते हैं, in our jewelry language. That is when you're trying to fold a piece of metal and trying to make it, shape it into a particular form. So when you're working with with these materials, you will ultimately come to know it's easier to work with copper, because copper is quite malleable, right? It is not as hard to form or fold. So materials are very, very important, but the student has to have that opportunity to understand the materials and to be able to work with them.
Sure.
Generally, this is done through labs, and like in IMS Design and Innovation Academy, we have a complete setup of a metal smithing lab where the students experiment with different materials, not only metals, I mean, even acrylic sheets and all. So this is how it is done.
Sure. Next question, ma'am. Ma'am, India is a stereotypical country. Living in a country like India, how can we revolutionize jewelry and pursue more job opportunities in this?
So just to answer this, Shikha, in my career of spanning 30 years, I would just like to tell you that things have changed drastically over the past 5 to 10 years. The jewelry industry has become a very, very organized setup. Initially, it was like a lala ki hatti, and I mean, it was, they would not allow any outsider to come inside. When now what is happening is, because design has a major role to play in jewelry, it has opened, the industry has opened to outsiders also. There are a lot of first generation jewelers who have come in and who are looking at this segment, jewelry as a segment. But when I see, this is all about mindset. Until and unless the students are exposed to different materials, they are exposed to the global happenings, the mindset is not going to change that much. So for that, I would suggest that the students go through and they read the literature, they see what is happening, what the brands are doing, what are the different materials they are using, and why gold is not so important anymore. Gold was at one point of time considered like a fallback. It's not considered as a fallback now. So slowly and slowly, the things are changing. The shape of the industry is changing, and I'm sure the new designers are going to revolutionize it much more.
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, next question. You are representing IMS Dia. What are the opportunities and what is so unique about IMS Dia if
Oh
someone thinks
yes.
about jewelry design?
So I can go on and on about that. In fact, only yesterday we actually take small batches, and you won't believe, Shikha, every student, the final year student, has about 3 opportunities, job openings to choose from when they want to graduate from here. This is the kind of scenario that is opening up. Up LinkedIn, if you just open LinkedIn and you see the number of opportunity for jewelry designers, jewelry merchandisers, and that is amazing. It's like an amazing shift that has happened. And sometimes, my the student is in the second year, and then I have to just go on and give them industry exposure, so that industry also gets, what the insights from the students and all. And then finally, the industry absorbs him or her into their own circle. Now, this is what I'm talking about in terms of how the industry has become organized, how it has evolved, how there is a requirement. When I talk about IMS Design and Innovation Academy, our course is divided into 3 major segments. It is design. When I say design, I mean manual design and I mean CAD design. When I say CAD design, I just don't mean a 2D design, a Corel Draw. I mean Matrix CAD. where when the students start designing on matrix CAD, they can immediately see their three-dimensional piece and they can convert it into wax or directly take it into metal. Right? This portion, this segment is the design part. The second part of the course is technology. So we have labs in dedicated labs in IMS Design and Innovation Academy for gemology, and one dedicated lab which is known as the metal smithing workshop. So the metal smithing workshop, I maybe if you want, we can give you a tour of that. It has the state of the art equipment. It has latest casting machines. It has workbenches for the students. They can explore materials. They can work with metals. In the gemology lab, we have gemology equipments. We have microscopes where the students can learn about gemstones. And our Design and Innovation Academy has an extensive library of about 75 gemstones. So the kind of value that you get here at this course is because you are able to do stuff, you are able to see stuff. We don't send you out to do and see stuff. We have all our in-house facilities, but yes, we do send you out as exposure. We do send you out to the industry to see what is happening, what are the latest trends. And the third segment that I talk about in our course here at IMS Design and Innovation Academy is business. So this is very important. Even Modi ji has been constantly harping upon made in India, sell in India, make it in India, and sell in India. So enterprise is a very, very important part. From year two, you are already your journey as an entrepreneur is already started. If you are interested, then the best part about IMS Design and Innovation Academy, we have a kind of a Shark Tank kind of a setup here where the management looks at various new ideas. If maybe a student has something wonderful and he doesn't have the funds to start that, the management is going to fund you. And they are going, this is called an incubator. We will incubate your ideas here, we will fund your startup, and then we will send you out in the world to conquer. So these are the three major segments that are in our course. This is the BSc Jewelry Design program. And but don't get carried away by the term BSc. It does not have too much. It does not have science in it. But since it is a little technology-oriented course where you work with metals and all, that's why we call it a BSc Jewelry Design course.
Sure. Ma'am, tomorrow itself, I think we have got a batch of 100 students coming to your campus, and they will be
Yes.
visiting various design studios in your campus. And jewelry design will definitely be one of the point where I feel that students and the coordinators coming in would be of a great interest. So we are definitely looking forward for that batch of 100
Also,
students
Shikha,
coming.
don't forget, there's one more thing. There is nobody like us in the entire Delhi NCR region. There is no college that has this kind of facility. There is no college that has this kind of lab. There is no college that has metal smithing workshops. There is no college that has a gemology lab inbuilt into their curriculum
True,
for
true.
the students to
Agree.
actually see and feel things.
Agreed. And my last question, what is the biggest trend in jewelry design right now that you see? And how do you think about this trend? What is your insights and your intake or study on the current trend which is going?
So the current trend, I'm sure you've also heard of it, Chika, it's lab grown
Lab grown
diamonds,
diamonds, yeah.
lab grown gemstones. It's everywhere. And it's a good thing because what is lab grown? Lab grown is nothing but a same thing which is created in the lab instead of being done in the under the surface of the earth. And it is done in a shorter period of time. The crystal structure is absolutely the same. The chemical composition is absolutely the same. But now it is, since it is available, demand and supply ke upar hai na. So since
Right,
there is a lot of supply and the demand is more is not as much, so the prices are not very very.
got
So
it.
everybody, I myself do a lot of lab grown diamonds for my clients. So a lot of lab grown, I think that is the latest buzzword. Everybody's talking about lab grown. And very soon I've been hearing that very soon we'll be seeing lab grown gold also.
Okay,
That's a process that is being tried somewhere in, I think China is probably doing something with it. They are fusing mercury and trying to convert it into gold. So
okay.
very soon. we'll see lab grown gold as well.
Great, great. Ma'am, next, in terms of students preparing the portfolios, we see lots and lots being talked about luxury market where the shift is being moved towards sustainability and making it environment friendly. All those talks are definitely going on. To have the design portfolio also onto the similar parameter, what are the key points that you want students to keep in their mind? This will be the last question for the day.
Yeah, that's okay. So, Shikha, I would like to say something here. We are always bent upon harping about, array, what should the portfolio have? It should be very attractive. It should have this. It should have that. We are talking now. The latest trend that we are talking about is sustainability. Oh, it should show sustainability in some. But my major request to all the students who are hearing me is just make it a part of your identity. Just make it an extension of who you are. We would love to see who you are through your portfolio. We don't want to see anything which is like out of the world or sustainable stuff, or we don't want to see. We just want to see a genuine extension of your own identity. That's about all. That is my advice, but I'm sure there are people who are going to differ with me. But I always love to see when students who have their identity clearly written all over their portfolio. It is showcased so nicely.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for being here. And I think it was a great, great session. Just not, I think we touch based about something that fascinates all of us in terms of jewelry, whether it's female or male. Most of them definitely would like to wear one or the other piece of jewelry. And what is going currently, how the trend is evolving is something where we had your insights. And I am looking forward in collaborating in more bigger manner with your team, definitely to reach out to the students. We are definitely planning. We have got students from Jaipur and all. So we are planning to organize in-house sessions in Jaipur where we can do some workshops for these
Great.
students. Or maybe we can invite group of students from there for a day and they can be part of the studio visits and campus visits and they can have some hands-on understanding on what was being discussed today. So thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here.
Thank you, Shikha. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have a great evening, all of you.
Thank you.